Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Helix. Today on the Helix, we'll be talking about M14, as we have the full set at our disposal. So let's get started. I know I mentioned it last episode, but I want to mention Colonial Hydrogen again, as this card looks better and better the more I look at it, and will sure make an impact in Standard. Zathrid Necromancer is one of the most flavorful Necromancers that I've seen in Magic, as whenever a human kicks the bucket, it makes a 2/2 zombie in a play tapped, which is amazing, as he makes each of your sacrifices come with ample value. Back in the day, mana barbs used to be a powerful force against control decks and ramp decks, but today we have Burning Earth, as it can shut down any deck running 3 or more colors, as it does damage to your opponent for each non-basic they tap, which this could also be very devastating to a 3-color deck, even if it is quite aggressive. And this card will surely make itself into standard sideboards immediately. With cards like Voice of Reassurance and Advent of the Worm, I've seen decks from aggro to control play a myriad of tokens. So what card would be important in order to deal with so many tokens? Maybe for around 2 mana, had several different uses in order to kill other things as well, but not to wear at the same time. What is that card called? Ah yes, Ratchet Bomb. Ratchet Bomb is a powerful artifact from Scars of Mirrodin, and was alongside Spellskite, Mox Opal, and the Threatening Swords. But it was overall one of the most fair cards in the set, and I'm happy to see it here. We even have a way to recur Ratchet Bomb in Standard in the form of Trading Post, which allows you to sacrifice a creature in order to return an artifact from your graveyard to your hand. There has been a lot of talk on Chandra Power Master's +0 ability, which allows you to exile the top card of your deck in order to play it later that turn. But with a card advantage ability like that, although powerful, there are more powerful versions for different deck types that are more specific, such as Jace for control decks, which many Factor Fiction is a perfect card advantage engine for any control deck playing blue and red. Or we have Domri Rad, which allows you to take the top card of your deck, and if it's a creature, you may add it to your hand. Cards like these make a better selection than Chandra Power Master, although they are less specific, but sometimes that specific function is more valuable than a broad function like Chandra presents. Imposing Sovereign makes for the perfect blind obedience on a stick with a stick, with her 2/1 body and tapping down all creatures coming to the battlefield that your opponent controls. She makes for a great aggressive play against any other aggressive or mid-range deck. Speaking of Hate Bears, Scavenging Ooze and Deathrite Shaman will be against each other for the same slots, as they both act accordingly to remove anything in the graveyard that could be considered a threat later in the game, while maintaining an aggressive attack in the case of Ooze, and an aggressive ability in the case of Shaman. It'll be interesting to see which one turns out the best for Standard, as they both have their defined niches. So that was this week of M14. Thanks for watching, and as always, Jesus loves you. This is my rambling. I hope you enjoy, because I made it all here, oh boy. Yeah. I guess that's okay for an outro.